Hi there, Andy from Slow and Curious here, about to do a gear rundown. I hope that the fan noise isn't too terrible. It's really warm here in western Colorado right now. It's in the upper 80s, and my landlord hasn't turned on our swamp cooler yet, so I've got a little box fan running. Anyway, I'm going to run you through some of the gear I'm taking with me on my 3-day, 2-night backpacking trip into the Dominguez Escalante National Conservation Area, specifically Little Dominguez Canyon. We'll start with the footwear, because why not? So these are my Keen boots. I've had them for a while. I bought the same pair a couple years in a row. They have a lot of miles on them. They're getting close to retirement age, but they are what I normally wear when I'm going to be out for a trip. Now these are Bedrock Cairn sandals that I've been wearing a lot lately. I really like them. I'm not confident enough to backpack in them yet, but I am bringing them along as camp shoes and to do some day hiking with once we get our camp set up. Next, let's talk about light. I'm pretty minimal when it comes to light, because by the time it gets dark, it's about time for me to go to bed. I've got a Petzl Tika with 2 settings, basically regular and bright, and then it glows, which is really nice. My headlamp, and then this is a Lucci blow-up, I believe it's Lucci, yeah, Lucci blow-up solar lantern. This thing is awesome. I basically strap it to the back of my pack. It gets solar energy during the day, and then at night I inflate it and get a lantern out of the deal. It has a couple settings: regular, bright, and strobe. And then the other nice thing is that once it's got some solar energy, you can turn on this nightlight function where only these little lights on the side will glow. And that is perfect for what my needs are. So those are my 2 light sources. Let's look at cooking and miscellaneous now. So I've got, first of all, a MSR Duo cooking system. 1 pot, 2 bowls, 2 cups with lids. And that has been very effective for me. I'm going with 2 friends who are novice backpackers. This will be their first trip. And so I'm bringing 2. They're actually going to use this, and I'm going to use their titanium solo set. Although I will use this combination spoon and a fork with a knife thing. That's my baby, the orange one there. I've got my MSR fuel. Anything that has the potential to spill, I keep in plastic bags. I know this doesn't have the potential to spill, but I still want to keep it in a plastic bag. Then I've got my MSR Pocket Rocket stove, which has seen a lot of use, which I have put to a lot of use. So it's but it's still one of my favorites. It's very simple to use, works well with my system, and is very minimal in size and weight for me. I am not, by the way, a super ultralight or even ultralight guy. I'm a heavy dude myself, and my gear is basically what I could afford to buy. So that's why some of these things are the way they are. I always bring a redundant lighter. I've got 2 here, and I actually keep one in my first aid kit too, just in case. I don't want to be without fire. So I've got those. Those will go in a hip belt pocket, and I'll be able to access them as I need it. And then this guy is just a knife that belonged to my dad before he passed away, and I saw him use it a couple of times we were out in the woods as a kid, so I just bring it along. I haven't really used it for much. Let's take a look at it. Mostly for sentimental value, honestly, but he used it a lot of times for fishing, doing things like that. I'm not sure what kind of knife it is. I don't know much about it. I bring it along, like I said, mostly for sentimental value, which might not be a good enough reason, but it's good enough for me. Then next up, let's take a look at our water system. Trying something a little bit different today. We'll be right alongside Little Dominguez Creek the whole time, so I don't need to pack a ton of water. Usually I bring 2 liters and then some. This time I'm thinking about this. I'm still debating about how much I want to bring. I could either bring this Loki, it's not a Loki, it's an Nalgene with a Loki sticker on it, and another 1-liter bottle that I have. Or I could bring that 3-liter Camelback plus that bottle. I'm leaning towards this system, but I don't know. I'm thinking I'll figure it out. But then this is the Katadyn Be-Free squeeze filtration system that I'm really interested in. This will be my first trip to try it. It'll let me go light and free. So that's my water system. I do have a 2-liter Sawyer gravity system that I've considered bringing, but it's a little bit cumbersome and it doesn't really work that well. I'll talk about that more in another video, but I've got it. I don't think I'm going to bring it. Alright, then my first aid kit is really basic. The American Red Cross first aid kit. I've made a couple of additions of some ibuprofen and another extra lighter, but otherwise it's pretty much exactly like you'd imagine. Next up, we got our necessaries. I got some sunscreen, got some bug spray, got some toilet paper with the hand sanitizer inside there. And then I bring a trash bag just in case, and I bring a grocery bag also just in case. So that's what that is. Then for sleeping, I've got a Enlightened equipment. I believe it's the Revelation model. Please don't judge me if I'm wrong about that. It is the synthetic down, 20 degree, extra long, extra wide. As a aforementioned large dude, I need that to be comfortable. So that has proven itself worth its weight in gold many times. It's extremely warm, packs up extremely small, so I really like that. Here's my sleeping pad, Thermarest self-inflating. And then I also bring a Thermarest Z-Lite for sitting on the ground or having in front of the tent or sitting around the campfire. I like to bring both of those. At some point, I'll probably stop doubling sleeping pads, but as a large guy where sleep is important to me, at the moment I think about those a lot. Then my actual bag, which I should have mentioned earlier, is a Deuter ACT Lite 65 plus 10. Let's see, there it is. Deuter ACT Lite 65 plus 10, equipped with a bear bell and dinosaur tooth, just so I can differentiate that it's mine. I really like this bag, and at some point I'm going to do a full review of it in particular, but basically it's a 65-liter bag with a 10-liter collar. So you can fill it up, and if you need more space, you can add this extra collar. Really like it. It's got a sleeping bag compartment. It can zip through. I've got the separator zipped in, but you can zip it out if you want just one big empty bag. And this is cavernous. It doesn't look particularly cavernous, but it will fit this sleeping pad, that quilt, all of my clothes, and sometimes a jacket if I really need it. So we'll do a full review on this at some point. I do want to quick point out one cool feature. Pardon me as I twirl everything around one-handed. It's this very quick system. Right now it's set up for me. I'm a tall guy, but this is Velcroed in. It's very firm Velcro, but it's Velcroed in. You can move it and slide it down or up depending on the torso length of the person that is wearing it. I've worn it myself. I'm 6'2". I've also had a friend who's 4'11 and a half, or maybe 5 feet, wear it, and she adjusted it down and it worked just great. So I like that bag. We'll do a thorough review of it in the near future. Next up is clothing. So I am going to bring, I've got this no-name zip-off pant. I actually hate it, but it's what I need for this weekend, is both shorts and pants, and I can get them both in one kind of uncomfortable package. I'm in the market for new ones, particularly new ones that will fit a large guy. Anyway, then also generic REI hiking socks. I always bring a handkerchief. Then I've got my beanie for nighttime, and those are ex officio boxer briefs. I love those things for hiking. And then this is a shirt, synthetic material from a brand called Dry Equip that I buy on Amazon. I love them. I got them in black and in orange because I like orange the most. And I've got the long sleeve and the short sleeve version. They tend to run a little bit big, but that's great. I feel very comfortable in them. And then I have my backpacking cap, baseball cap, that I got in Glacier National Park. You can see it's kind of gross, well loved, but that's what I'm bringing with me for this trip. Then I'm also bringing a bandana so that I can either filter sediment out of the water or, staunch a wound, which I've had to do before, or other things. This one is just a map of the Colorado National Monuments geological layers, Dakota Sandstone, all the way down to Chinle Formation, Wingate Sandstone, the whole deal. Here is an REI fleece half zip that I'll wear for nighttime if it gets chilly. And my other bandana handkerchief just in case. I don't know that I'll bring both of them, but I have 2 of them laid out. So that's most of that. I don't have food picked yet. I get paid tomorrow, so I'm gonna go grocery shopping tomorrow, which is Friday. Then I will maybe let you guys know what I picked for groceries. But that's it. Let me know if you have any questions, and if you want to see a more full review of any of this stuff. But yeah, I'll catch you again when I'm all packed up. See you later.